Well, the last time that I visited with you, we were talking about an ammunition ship taking on ammunition around Iwo Jima. And by the way, I haven't told you enough about what the Indianapolis was and is. The Indianapolis was built in 1932 and was a ship of state of President Franklin Delano Roosevelt. He traveled aboard that ship. It was built for speed. Didn't have much armament, but it was plenty fast, 32 knot full speed. And back then that was a fast ship, especially for a heavy cruiser. Now, a heavy cruiser is the third largest ship in the Navy. You have the carrier, aircraft carriers, and then you've got the battleship or the battle wagon, and then you've got heavy cruisers, and that is what we were. And then, of course, you have the light cruiser, and then you get into destroyers, and then into smaller ships. But we carried 1,197 men, right at 1,200 men all time aboard the ship. Well, after we left Iwo Jima, Okinawa came up. And really, I should mention the largest fleet ever put together, over 50 miles diameter, gathered at the little group of islands called Ulithi. And at that, we went to that island, and I saw over 60 admirals come aboard our ship at one time, and including Halsey and our admiral, and I think Nimitz King. He was a 5-star admiral. It was a planning for Okinawa invasion, and they even had an admiral from Britain, a British admiral, and a commander with him. Well, I was on duty up on Horizon Forward Lookout, and I looked down, and here climbing up to the Horizon Forward Lookout Tower was this commander, British, and he had an accent like all Britons do, I guess, and he wanted to borrow my binoculars to look over the fleet, and you could see forever. And he looked through the binoculars and he said, "Quite some fleet, eh, what?" I said, "Yes, sir, quite some fleet." Well, we got to go aboard an island called Mogmog. It was about an acre, maybe, of ground, and they gave us some beer chits. Now, chits a little coupon that you can have beer, and I think that day they gave each one of us 2 chits to go aboard the island of Mogmog. Well, I hadn't, all the girls that I thought I'd see, I hadn't seen any, and we had to get off the ship. And here I was several months aboard ship, so we got off, and I didn't drink beer, and so I had lots of friends. They all wanted my chits so they could have my beer. So anyway, that's something else that I'm really proud of. I never smoked a cigarette, I never drank a bottle of beer, and never had a mixed drink when I was in the Navy. And I was always the old boy that saw that the rest of them got back aboard the ship. I was the daddy, and here I was barely 18. But anyway, here comes Okinawa. We go to Okinawa and start shelling the island and all, and then that's when the kamikazes, the one-way trip pilots that Japan put up against us, had over 5,000 of them coming out of Japan and flying in one-way trips. And we had shot down 10, well, 7 at Okinawa. We got credited for 7 airplanes shot down. And we kind of thought it was kind of fun until one morning, the day before the invasion, why, I was down in the mess hall having breakfast, and about that time, all of a sudden over the loudspeaker said, "All men, man your battle stations, man your battle stations." And I'll tell you more a little later.